Welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, we talked about before, if you vote for one of them, you vote for both of them, right? And my old saying is, in my response to these people, they always say, man, if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. If you don't vote, don't say nothing about what happens. And I tell them, well, you keep voting and messing it up for me. Every time you vote, you mess it up for me. And that's what you dummies have done. You voted and you messed it up for me once again. Donald Trump continues his rampage, and now there's some consequences. You know, we see this with all these presidents. They promise all this stuff, you know, because they got to fix what the last president messed up. And they promise to do all these things and come into office and basically do nothing for the people. Start wars, bring in illegal immigrants, do all these things to mess things up even worse, or just mess things up, period. And now Donald Trump with his tariffs, he wants to put a 10% on this country, 10% on Mexico, and China and Canada, and they don't fire back. They don't fire back, especially Canada. And Donald Trump's excuse is that these countries, you know, brought in a lot of drugs to the United States and illegal immigrants. What? Wasn't that Biden? Wasn't that Biden? Open the borders, and that's what I'm talking about, folks. You know, here he is making these people pay consequences that his fellow political opponents put us in. Biden isn't paying the price for what he did. He's not in trouble. Kamala Harris isn't in trouble. The Democrats isn't in trouble. So he comes in and he penalizes the people. Come on, folks. He comes in and he starts to run up debt. Instead of fixing the debt, stopping the inflation, he's running up more inflation in the long run. And now he's going toe-to-toe with other countries that give us so many goods. Come on now. And now Canada is firing back. No, we're going to hit you with a 25% tariff. How about that? You know, and Canada is talking about, well, it looks like you guys are going to have to shut down a whole bunch of automotive plants, you know, factories, and, you know, your goods at the store are going to be expensive because we get all kind of stuff from them. Food, furniture, deodorants, perfumes, wood, different kind of chemicals, minerals, all this stuff. And the Canadian president is telling his country to lay off the imports of the United States. When you see them in your grocery stores, when you see them in your department stores, don't buy these things. Buy Canadian products, or buy, you know, Mexican products, or buy Chinese products. Don't buy United States products. He even went on to say, don't go on vacation in the United States and support United States. As far as going on vacation, enjoying yourself, we got a lot of stuff in Canada that you can enjoy instead of going to the United States. And you better bet, you know, these people will make their promise. The thing about the United States, they rely on so many different countries for different products, different goods, and stuff like this. And this is where the United States lose. This is where we lose, and this is why we're in so much debt. We bring in all these people to do these United States jobs that aren't American citizens. We have all these visa jobs, bringing in all these people when we could be hiring American citizens. We could be making our own stuff in the United States like we used to. That's what made us the powerhouse that we were, because we had all these factories, all these unions, and we decided to let the big companies either ship them out to other countries so they won't have to pay the big taxes, or we bring in people to do the work. It's ridiculous. You're living off of debt money. That's all the United States is living off of, is debt. So that's all I'm gonna say right here, man. I mean, this is the people you guys vote for. This is what you get involved for. I mean, get involved with. Every 4 years, like, these guys are going to change something. This guy is making everything worse. During the election, I was beating up on Kamala Harris. I wasn't going for Trump. I don't vote for these people. I was just telling you what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrats did for the last 4 years, destroy the economy. Now Donald Trump is on this rampage, destroying the economy. So we'll see what happens. It takes effect, I think, Monday. Or that might be Tuesday. You said February 4th. What? What are we doing? I went to the supermarket today. It wasn't no eggs in the shelf in 2 different spots I went to. 2 different spots. What is this guy doing? And don't give me Biden did anything better or this president. They're all the same, folks. They're all trying to destroy poor people. And we know who the poorest people are in this country. We know who has been gentrified out of this country for the last 30 years. We know who these people are after and who they've always been after. We don't even need to say who they are, but it's the poorest people in the country. They bring people from third world countries on top of the people that's poor in this country. For what? It doesn't make any sense, folks. So that's what this is always about. This is what this always been about, for the economy to get worse and worse and worse to hurt these poor people. Because these poor people move down a notch once the economy gets weaker and weaker. So I don't know where this is going. I mean, we was literally the inflation that Biden did and the Democrats did for that past 4 years. It was going to take, in my opinion, 10 years to pay that back. 10 years. And people were really hopeful to get Trump in here, because they couldn't deal with the inflation no more and stuff like that. But they wasn't realizing it don't matter who you put in office. You still was going to have to deal with that 10-year inflation that Biden and the Democrats put you in. So to me, it was stupid to put him in office. Why would you want to put him in office and have him deal with the 10-year inflation when you just put another Democrat in office and let them eat the inflation? Whether they were going to, have to eat it, deal with it, or they was going to make it worse. At least you was making them deal with it. Why would you put somebody else in there to deal with that inflation? And he comes in and he's making the inflation worse. First, he made it worse by, I'm gonna give, billions of dollars to AI. I'm gonna get all these illegal immigrants out of here. That's costs a lot of money. I'm gonna do all this stuff. He never said nothing about, if you hire people who ain't documented, the companies are in trouble. They're going to get big fines. They're going to get shut down. I'm going to sign an order to bring back all the unions and help out all these countries. Help out this country. So when these young people graduate, they don't have to run themselves into debt by going into college. They can just go to a union. And this is how we can help bring everything back and bring the debt down and have money actually put in this economy. Not, people coming in here undocumented, not making no money really when it comes down to it, and then sending money back home to their countries. You ain't heard none of that, folks. A lot of this stuff you don't have to work for NASA to figure this stuff out. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a great businessman or nothing like this. This is common sense, folks. This is common sense. And now he's fighting with other countries, and we don't. Well, our hands are tied because we don't make nothing. Putting tariffs on other countries, how does that help the economy? Their economy's already messed up, so they're gonna be like, well, we're gonna put a tariff on you. And he put a 10%, and Canada said, well, we're going to put a 25%, so you just lost. And you just lost because they're saying you're going to have to shut down some of your factories now. Which most of our factories don't even have documented Americans in there anyways in the first place. But yeah, this is crazy, folks. This is what you vote for. And this is what you vote for because you don't know history. You don't know the law. You don't know what the hell's going on. You just live off of emotion and live off this soap opera that they're showing you on TV because you believe the news. Remember, if the news is telling you these are the people who are right because they're on TV, there's no way in this world these people on TV will be lying to you. No way, folks. Even though they're the same people that pay these politicians, campaigns, and everything. They're all the same people. The news don't change nothing. All they do is report stuff. That's all they do. They don't change nothing. They don't help you. They just prop somebody at the damn desk and report something. They tell you a whole bunch of damn bad news the whole time, and then at the end they tell you some fuzzy, feel-good story about something. Well, this is what you got. I made a video the other day. I said you better keep your money in your pocket. This guy is a TV actor. He's not really a politician, even though politicians aren't good. But I'm just saying he's really not a politician. He done bankrupted I filed for bankruptcy like 4 or 5 times or something like that. This is a good businessman. Right.